Hello, basketball people, we have news. Let's go to more news about the Golden State Warriors. I ask you to give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, as I am a Warriors fan. The tension between the Golden State Warriors and Jonathan Kuminga is tense, and the player's departure is inevitable. The New York Knicks want to sign Jonathan Kuminga. The Warriors want to sign Al Horford from the Boston Celtics. Jonathan Kuminga's restricted free agency saga has been hanging over the Golden State Warriors like a storm cloud since the beginning of the 2025 NBA offseason. The 22-year-old rising star proved that he could assume a role as a playoff team's leading scorer during the Warriors' eventual defeat in the 2025 Western Conference semifinals against the Minnesota Timberwolves, with four-time NBA champion Stephen Curry missing due to injury. Kuminga's 20.8 points and 3.0 rebounds on an impressive 60% effective field goal percentage in 5 games against Minnesota in the second round did plenty to prepare the high-flying wing for an unpredictable offseason, but no movement has occurred with regard to a potential sign-and trade involving the former number 7 overall pick in the 2021 NBA draft. However, recent reports have indicated that the Sacramento Kings conducted preliminary discussions about a deal for the young forward involving a former lottery pick in the 2024 NBA draft, a player which one NBA writer believes that Golden State should not think twice about poaching from the Kings. If the Golden State Warriors truly have a chance to flip Jonathan Kuminga for Devin Carter and a pair of second-round picks, they should not hesitate for a second, Fansided's Will Udy wrote Monday. With the Warriors at a crossroads, they're going to need pieces who can fit their mission of winning one more championship with Stephen Curry at the helm. The Sacramento Kings' Devin Carter is one guy who may fit that description. He's a disruptive player who has a high motor, and his shooting continues to improve. He's the kind of player Golden State always used to thrive with. A hard-nosed guard who cuts without the ball, competes defensively and hits open shots. Carter does not need a dozen touches to make an impact, he just plays the right way. At just 23 years old, Carter certainly profiles as a player meant for the Warriors system under head coach Steve Kerr. The 6'2" point guard may not be the frontcourt addition that has escaped the franchise this summer, but he's an athletic and energetic defender both on ball and in the passing lanes. The former number 13 overall pick in 2024 played just 36 games in his rookie campaign this past season, contributing 3.8 points and 2.1 rebounds in only 11.0 minutes, but he made his limited playing time count as a defender. Carter compiled a respectable 114 defensive rating per 100 possessions as a rookie and proved to be a positive defender with a 0.3 defensive box plus-minus. His three-point shooting would need to see a massive spike if he were to become a real threat as a member of the Warriors' rotation, but a similar player, Gary Payton II, has shined as elite perimeter defender with outrageous leaping ability despite lacking in the height department. Warriors signing Al Horford all but confirmed, but fans will have to wait. TikTok. Golden State Warriors fans have been waiting for the past week to receive the notification that Al Horford will sign with the team, but one hasn't come. NBA insider Mark Stein reported on Sunday that he has heard that Horford is destined to land in the Bay. For the Warriors to get there, they first must resolve Jonathan Kuminga's restricted free agency. Anthony Slater of The Athletic reported that several teams are interested, subscription required, in Kuminga's services, including Sacramento and Miami. Slater said on Sunday that the Kings have been the strongest pursuer of Kuminga, but that restricted free agency around the NBA remains ice-cold. Sacramento offered Golden State a package consisting of Devin Carter, Dario Saric, and 2 second-round picks, but the Warriors reportedly viewed it as a buy low attempt. It doesn't seem like the saga will be coming to an end anytime soon, meaning it could take even longer for Golden State to make things official with Horford. Warriors need to resolve Jonathan Kuminga's situation. The Warriors have their sights set on Horford. Kevin Looney hinted that the team let him walk to the Pelicans in free agency without making an offer to keep him in San Francisco. Minus Kuminga's future, everything is lined up for Golden State to get Horford. Slater wrote that if the Kuminga situation isn't cleared up in time for Summer League in Las Vegas, he could meet face-to-face with potential suitors in Nevada. He also mentioned that Kuminga and the Warriors have discussed sitting down in Vegas to try to find a way to move forward in Golden State. There's one issue with that, and it's that Kuminga wants to play a consistent role, something that didn't happen the past 4 years, and that likely won't change if he stays. What would be best for both sides is a sign-and-trade, sending Kuminga to a team where he can finally have his desired role, giving the Warriors something in return. They want a first-round pick and a promising young player, but it's looking like they'll have to be willing to accept less than that. Hopefully, this situation won't continue for too much longer. It will be a relief when it's over, regardless of the outcome. Horford would probably agree with that, considering he's waiting to join his new team, as Brad Stevens said on Tuesday that it's unlikely that Horford will return. Kuminga is still a Warrior for now, but that could change at a moment's notice. Warriors linked to surprise reunion with fan-favorite guard. The Golden State Warriors have been unusually quiet this offseason. Outside of their draft selections, Alex Tui and Will Richard, both taken in the second round. The team has yet to make a splash in free agency. But that may soon change. According to a new report from Jovan Buha, a player once linked to the Los Angeles Lakers is now trending toward the Golden State Warriors. The player in question, DeAnthony Melton. Warriors emerging as frontrunners for Melton. Buha had previously reported that the Lakers were in the lead for DeAnthony Melton. In his latest update, he notes that buzz around Los Angeles has cooled. The Warriors are now the frontrunners. Melton would be a natural fit for Golden State. The 27-year-old guard is a versatile defender with a reliable outside shot and playoff experience. He can slot in as a rotational guard and provide insurance should Gary Payton II leave in free agency. Melton is also a familiar face. The former Warrior signed with Golden State last offseason and quickly became an early-season fan favorite. But after just 6 games, he tore his ACL in a matchup against the Dallas Mavericks in November and was sidelined for the rest of the year. His expiring deal was later used in the trade that brought in Dennis Schroeder, who was then flipped in the Jimmy Butler deal. A second stint could bring more stability and a more defined role. The chatter with DeAnthony Melton to the Lakers has cooled and there has been more buzz with him going to the Warriors. A quiet offseason for Golden State. So far, the Warriors have yet to make any external additions in free agency. They've been linked to veteran big man Al Horford, while Jonathan Kuminga, still a member of the team, is mulling over his options as a restricted free agent after receiving a qualifying offer from Golden State. According to Anthony Slater, the Sacramento Kings made an offer for Kuminga, reportedly involving Devin Carter, Dario Saric, and 2 second-round picks, but Golden State viewed it as a buy low attempt. The Warriors are still weighing their options with Kuminga. Until his situation is resolved, it's unlikely they'll overextend. But Melton could be the exception. The Golden State Warriors are seeking a promising young player and a first-round pick in a sign-and-trade involving Jonathan Kuminga, per Anthony Slater. The Kings reportedly offered Devin Carter, Dario Saric, and 2 second-round picks. The Wizards, Bucks, Heat, Bulls, and what Melton would bring to the Warriors. At his best, Melton is a two-way guard who defends well at the point of attack and knocks down open threes. He averaged 10.3 points, 3.3 rebounds, and 2.8 assists in just 6 games with the Golden State Warriors last season, shooting efficiently before an early injury cut his campaign short. Whether Golden State sees him as a spot starter or bench weapon, Melton would provide valuable depth around Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and Jimmy Butler, especially after the recent loss of Kevin Looney to the Pelicans. Warriors linked to move for former $112 million 9-time All-Star. The Milwaukee Bucks became the center of attention in this year's NBA free agency after making some stunning moves. Chief among them was waiving Damian Lillard, who still had $113 million left on his contract. Milwaukee is stretching its deal to make room for Miles Turner, a move that shocked fans and potentially some NBA executives around the league. Now, speculation is swirling around Lillard's next destination. While he's set to miss a chunk of next season recovering from a torn left Achilles, the Golden State Warriors have emerged as one of the top suitors for the 9-time All-Star. According to the San Francisco Chronicle, the Warriors also have interest in Damian Lillard, the star guard who is soon to be a free agent. That interest is real, and the fit could be something massive. Despite a quiet start to free agency, the Warriors are actively weighing their options. They're currently dealing with Jonathan Kuminga's restricted free agency, with teams like the Chicago Bulls and Miami Heat reportedly in pursuit. Golden State has also extended a qualifying offer to Kuminga, who averaged 15.3 points last season and 24.3 in his final 4 playoff games. While the Warriors haven't pulled the trigger on any moves yet, adding Lillard could change everything. Pairing him with Stephen Curry would create an unstoppable backcourt from well beyond the arc. Lillard is perhaps the only other player in the league who can consistently knock down shots from 30-plus feet, noted NBA reporter Sam Gordon. Could Boston Celtics big Al Horford retire from the NBA instead of joining the Warriors? Could veteran Boston Celtics big man Al Horford retire from the NBA instead of joining the Golden State Warriors in free agency? By most accounts in both the local and the wider league media, the University of Florida alum was seen as a future Warrior, with it being only a matter of time before Horford decamped to the Bay Area. The assumption in most corners was that other moves by the team were holding up the finalization of the Dominican big man's eventual exit from Boston. Now we are hearing rumbles from NBC Sports Bay Area reporter Monty Poole that the hold may actually not be related to Golden State financial concerns, but whether Horford will continue playing in the association in any capacity next season. The Warriors front office is banking on Al Horford to play, and they're hoping he does, but from what I hear, he is considering retiring, shared Poole in a recent episode of the 95.7 The Game show Willard and Dibs. Whatever path Horford elects to take, we appreciate all he's done for Boston over the years. But if contending for a title is the deciding factor, there may yet be better landing spots out there than the Warriors.